Welcome back to Slinging Shots with Philip. We are here today with something a little different. Before we get started, make sure to like and subscribe, leave some comments down underneath. We appreciate it. It helps with the YouTube algorithm things and all of that stuff that makes our channel grow, and we appreciate it. So, you're probably wondering, what have you got in store for us today, Philip? If you know anything about me, you know I like the unusual and kind of off the wall stuff. If you followed my channel for a while, you know I'm into RC planes as well. One of the things I like there are unusual things. For instance, I've got a plane that I put the landing gear on top of the wing so I could land inverted, and then I program my radio to fly inverted like a normal plane so I don't have to make my brain hurt trying to remember everything's backwards. And it worked. It was awesome. And then over the winter, I took 2 airplane kits from a Spitfire, smashed them up, 1 wing, 2 fuses. I got a twin Spitfire. Don't think that's ever been done before. So I like weird stuff. And if you have followed my Slingshot channel, you know I had a video a while back called "Is This Legit?" And it was a slingshot I found on Amazon that I saw it and I said, I gotta try this out. It's just wild. And it was like a gimbal. The thing span around. It went like this. Supposedly, you could not get it in a bad position. It would always be in the right spot to shoot. And it was okay. I could see the benefit of it, but what scared me the most is there was too many moving parts and connecting things. If anything were to go awry, that thing's coming back and smacking you in the face. And that just scared the you-know-what out of me. So anyway, that particular video has been my most successful YouTube video. Don't ask me why. It's got 17,000 plus views. So I said, I need to review something else silly on my channel. Here we are today. So there's a couple things I noticed when I got into the slingshot hobby. One, almost everybody has a beard. That immediately makes me different, which I'm okay with. But I'm just like super easy to find at a tournament because I'm one of like 5 people that don't have a beard. Trust me, I tried one, hated it, not going there. So don't encourage me that way. I'm not doing it. The other thing I discovered is almost everyone has an everyday carry knife, or EDC is the new short term for it. They all seem to have either a knife on their waist or a pocket knife. So I said, I guess I need to go get a pocket knife. So me being cheap and not normally a knife carrier all the time, I started simple. I got this little guy at Walmart. It was on clearance for $5, and you know what? It's pretty darn good for what it was, $5. It's great for opening packages, opening shipments at work and stuff. And I've enjoyed carrying it. It's become part of me like everybody else. So I'm a little less weird now, but I still like the unusual. So I found something on Amazon that I just had to try, and I will leave a link to this down in the comments if you want to get one for yourself, because I think this one might have a little bit of merit. What did you find, you ask? I found another everyday carry. It's a little bit harder to open, but it's there. It's a little bit bigger than my other one. The knife part, it's about the same, but the handle's a little longer. But I'll probably make this my everyday carry for a couple of simple reasons. One, there's a there's a glass breaker on the back. So if I'm in my car and for some reason I need it, I have it on here where I didn't on here. So that's one bonus right there. Otherwise, it's pretty much the same. It's got the piece there you pull. It's got the little thing for your thumb as well to flip it open. It's your typical everyday knife. It's pretty sharp looking. It's got a clip on it for your belt. I think you can see it there. But you're probably asking me, Philip, what's this have to do with slingshots? I'll tell you what, this is pretty cool. So, along with it comes a little leather carrying case. And as part of that carrying case, there's a slingshot clip. Very simple. You press this little button right here. The window breaker pops off. The slingshot part snaps right down in. Now you have a slingshot slash knife. Now I wouldn't want to have the knife open while I'm slinging. Although this would be kind of a little bit, no. Anyway, it's multi-purpose. You got a knife, you got a slingshot, and you got a window breaker if you need it. So let's look at the slingshot side of it. First, seems like it wouldn't be real secure because it just snaps in, but there's a locking pin right there. I think you can see that it's a little off center or kind of funny shape. When you push the button, snap it down in, it's super tight. And in case you're wondering, the blade is really tight too. It's Ned Foss is the brand. It's not some Chinglish brand. It says Ned Foss on there. Don't know if that's a great brand or not, but it seems fairly well made. We're going to put the knife away right now. So here we got the slingshot. Let's hear about the slingshot. Well, it's totally cool. But what I don't like is why do all of these slingshots that you get off of Amazon or whatever think they got to put these massive tubes on them that are super thick in a big old honking pouch on a tiny little slingshot? I have tried. I can barely pull this back. I cannot get a full draw on it because I'm weak. If you could get a full draw on this, I would be afraid them bands would break. It's the double tubes. They're fairly thick. They're not the great big ones like a wrist rocket, but they're about the same size as those tubes you get on the little $8 slingshot at Walmart. And while it's set up, it's kind of hard to shoot because you can't get a full draw on it. And the pouch is massive. I usually shoot 8mm steel ammo, and getting that thing in there and holding it because there's so much to the pouch and the tube's tied on, it's hard to get a grip on that stuff. So what I've done for the demo here, I brought out some 50mm clay balls that I got at Walmart. I don't usually use these for much, but they seem about right for this old pouch. Look at that thing. It's huge. And it's super hard to pull back, but let's see how it shoots. Let me get up here where I can. Obviously, I'm not going to get a full draw on it. Tubes can be beneficial. They can be all right. See if I can get a hammer grip, get a little bit better grip on it. One more shot. So if I've got to ding it on something, it's these stupid tubes that they put on. All right, manufacturers on Amazon that are selling there, come on, give us something we can shoot, for crying out loud. I'm going to try one more time. I was high. That was a little closer to accurate. It does shoot good. I was worried about this coming out, but it seems really strong and it's not bending. I was a little worried that this might bend here from the strength of these tubes and the difficulty in pulling back. I bet that's a 20-25 pound draw in there. It's crazy. So what are you going to do with this thing? Well, tell you what I'm going to do. I made some tube bands with reasonable tubes that I use for my speed shooting rig. This will propel an 8mm steel ball just fine for target shooting. You're not going to use it for hunting. So I'm going to go install those on here. It'll take me a couple of minutes. When we come back, we're going to try this setup really nice with some tubes that you can actually shoot. So hang loose a minute and we'll be back in just a few. All right, I'm back and I have my bands on. What I did is I just took my bands, looped them through a few times and tied it off with some band tying tape on each one. Then I measured it out and tied my pouch on. I tried a couple of different ways and my tubes were too long and I wasn't getting much power, but I think this is a pretty sweet spot where I can get a full short draw on it and it will rip some ammo down range, I think. So let's give it a try and see what we think. I do believe that's a little better. Obviously, anchor and everything's a little different on this, so my accuracy isn't quite there, but shooting with pretty decent authority for target shooting for fun, carrying through the woods and plinking pine cones and cans in the ditch and stuff like that. So I think we might be onto something here. Obviously, in the future, I'll be experimenting with different ways to tie my bands on or tie my tubes on. There we go, right smack on the target. Boom! There we go, 2 hits on the target. There we go. This is a much more workable arrangement. I still probably need to do a little tweak in here and make it lay out better, but I'm not a tube guy, so I'm still learning on that process. But I like this one a whole lot better than that last slingshot that I reviewed from Amazon. So this one is a legit carry knife, everyday carry knife. Like it. It's going to be my everyday carry knife now. And then whenever I go for a walk in the woods, I'll just mount my slingshot on and boom. I got some fun to be had in the woods, enjoying the time out in nature. So what do I give this ranking on a scale of 1 to 5? Probably give it a 4. I think the last slingshot I had from Amazon was a 3 because I was worried about the mechanisms and all the moving parts popping off and too many things to break. This one is very strong. I don't think that's going to break, not with the gentle pull I'm putting on it. The reason I dinged it a star is because those red bands that came with it, the double fat bands, those things must have at least a 20, 25 pound pull. On a little handhold like this, you almost need the wrist rocket style support to pull those back. I could not get a full draw on it back to here. I could only get it about this far, and I was struggling. These things are tight. I don't like those tubes that came with it. Come on, Amazon, fix that. Quit putting those crazy things on slingshots. Hardly anybody can pull them back and get any use out of them. Set up this way with a little bit more tweaking to my tube setup, I think I got a viable little shooter. So I like it. I'm going to use it, especially the knife part, and it was fun. So I hope you enjoyed the review of the Ned Foss everyday carry knife with a slingshot attachment. Enjoy it. Go get yourself one. Put the link down in the description. They're under $20. So how can you beat that for just a good everyday knife with a slingshot add-on? It also comes with a carry case, and in that little pocket right there is a window breaker, glass breaker, in case you're in a car and you get submerged underwater, you can knock yourself out. So a great little machine. Go get yourself one if you think it's cool. If nothing else, it's a pretty nice knife. So hope you enjoyed the review. Until next time, God bless. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe down underneath. Leave us some comments. If you see any unusual slingshots that are not normal, let me know. I love to review unusual stuff. I have 2 more in mind that I want to test out. Just need to save a few dollars and get some more money so I can purchase those. This was a very inexpensive start. So thanks a lot, everybody. Thanks for watching Slinging Shots with Philip. God bless. We'll see you next time.